Is there a difference between being committed and merely being interested? I'm going to share with you how you can tell if someone is actually committed, including yourself, or if they are merely interested, and what to do in each case. Sometimes people say that they are committed to do something when really what they mean is that they are interested. It's okay to be interested in something, but let's not confuse that with being truly committed. Exercise plans, for example, a lot of people will say, well, I'm really committed to my exercise plan. Are you? Or are you merely interested in it? It's more common to be interested in something than it is to be actually committed to it. And I told you I would share how you can tell. You can tell very quickly based on 2 documents. Now I've got your attention, right? What are those 2 documents? The calendar and the bank account. If people are willing to spend their precious time and money and life energy on something, that shows very quickly that they are committed to it. If they're not willing to spend their time and their money on it, then they're probably just interested. And that's okay. Sometimes in my training programs, I'll ask it in a very dramatic way. What would you give your life for? And that's kind of dramatic, isn't it? But think about it. Whatever you are currently spending your time, money, and precious life energy on, you are very literally giving your life for. This is your life. What are you trading it for? That level of awareness can snap us into a realization that maybe we're not spending it the way we truly intend to. So let's get into what we can do, or maybe what's next, once you determine if you're truly committed or if you're just interested. Before we do that, take a moment to subscribe to this channel. We have content here that is very similar to what we're talking about today to help you live your life on purpose. Subscribe right now to Live on Purpose TV. Hit the button. Go ahead. So what do we do if we discover that we're merely interested in something, not truly committed? Just own it. Own it. Don't make excuses about it. Just own it. Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm not truly committed, but I am interested. And people who are interested will maybe look for more information or play with the idea for a while. It's different from being committed. Just own it. Now, what if you're committed? Let me ask you a question. How committed are you? Scale of 1 to 10. How committed are you to whatever it is that you've promised yourself you'd look into or do next or accomplish? 1 to 10. Now, usually when I ask people this, they give a pretty high score. It's like 8 or 9. Interesting. One of my coaches shared with me recently that a 9 is a 1 in disguise, because all it means is you're not fully committed, which probably means you're interested. Own that. I've had several conversations recently, usually about signing up for a program or a certification that I'm offering. And I'll ask people, how committed are you? 1 to 10. They'll say 8, 9. And then remembering what my coach taught me about a 9 being a 1 in disguise, I only work with 10s in my practice. I only work with people who are truly committed because they have to be ready to spend their time and their money doing what they've committed to do. Otherwise, they're just interested, which is fine. But it's interesting when I challenge people with that. When they say, well, I am only accepting 10s into this certification program, then they usually backpedal. Well, I really am committed. I'm just not sure how I'm going to follow through with certain things, or I don't know how I can work out the challenges that I'm facing to actually get there, or whatever, right? Well, that's different. If you're committed, work out, handle the considerations. There are always considerations. I remember attending a training. For me, this was a personal development training that I attended right after I went through one of the most challenging times in my life. I went through a bankruptcy. This is, I don't know, about a decade ago. And as I was attending this training, the lights were going on. I was seeing new possibilities. It was rescuing me, really, from that kind of dark place that I was in after the bankruptcy. And I realized that this transformational experience was going to be a turning point for me to get things back on track and to take it to a level that it's never been before. Well, partway through part 1 of this training, I discovered that there's a part 2. And I'm like, oh. And people were telling me, the trainers, everybody else, they were telling me, if you like part 1, and I did, it was transformational for me, then you're gonna love part 2. If you think this is powerful, just wait till you get to that. So they're really talking it up, and I wanted to be a part of it. I was really interested in attending part 2, but I looked at my calendar, and the 4 days of that training on my calendar were already filled with other things. And notice this, when you tell yourself that you're considering something, your brain's going to give you 4 reasons why you can't. And my brain did. It went to my calendar and found 4 things. And what it found was my son's 18th birthday during the same time. I can't go. It found 12 clients that were already scheduled. And remember, I was going through a bankruptcy and I kind of needed the income, and canceling on paying clients was not an option. So I can't go. I've got 12 clients during that time. I also had a keynote that I was scheduled to deliver to 40 business leaders in a lunch meeting. Can't go. Same time. And to top it all off, my brain handed me this one. I had a subpoenaed appearance to court as the key witness in a child custody evaluation where I was the evaluator. I can't go. My coach at the time helped me to see through this. And she asked me a similar question. How committed are you? And I'm like, well, I'm really committed, but I've learned since that we need to stay in front of our butt. You know, everything that you say after the butt, what if you just stayed in front of the butt? I'm really committed. End it there. Stay in front of the butt. She asked me, how committed are you? I was still stuck in my own head trash about this because I had these 4 compelling reasons why I can't go. My calendar said so. This is before I discovered that my calendar works for me, not the other way around. So I was still stuck in that space. And then she asked me this brilliant question. Dr. Paul, if this were your mother's funeral, would you attend? And she got me. Okay, because if it's mom's funeral, and thankfully mom is still alive and well, but if it were her funeral, I would move everything on my calendar to be there. Nothing's gonna bump that, right? So that was her way of asking, how committed are you? 1 to 10. And a 9 is just a 1 in disguise. And I realized, okay, am I committed? And then she asked me, are you committed to be in this training? And I said, yes, I am. I am committed. Then handle the considerations. All of those 4 things, they're just considerations. How do you handle the considerations? Well, I took them off 1 at a time. I approached my son. I said, I'm not available on your birthday because I'm committed to attend this training, right? I'm not available, but that's not okay. I want to do something with you to celebrate your birthday. And the only reason I feel good about this is if you and I can decide together on something even better than what we would have done had I been here. Are you down? He got this look in his eye like, oh, that sounds fun. Let's plan something good. Handled. What about consideration number 2? 12 clients? The hardest part for me was passing up on the income. Because remember where I was financially at that point. If your doctor calls you, or an assistant, or a receptionist, or whoever calls you and says, I'm sorry, unavailable that day, can we reschedule? What are you gonna say? Of course you will. 12 clients handled. What about the next one, the keynote? I have a lot of speaker friends. And one of them was the trainer at this event that I wanted to attend. I called him up. I said, look, I want to be there. I'm committed to be there. I've got this consideration that I'm trying to handle. Would you go speak on my behalf in this for these 40 business leaders. He said, I'd be happy to. Handled. What about a subpoenaed court appearance? You know what happens if you don't comply with a subpoena? Yeah, the sheriff shows up and takes you down to the county bed and breakfast. You got to show. Right? Or it's contempt of court. You can be arrested for that. Tough. So I called the attorney. I said, I'm not available that day. And he said, you have to be. You've been subpoenaed. You're the key witness. I'm like, I know. And yet, here we are. He said, well, if you don't show up, you can be arrested. I said, I know that too. So I called the court directly. I called up the court. The judge answers, is like, this is His Honor speaking. No, it wasn't the judge. It was his clerk. And I told the clerk what was going on. I'm not available. The clerk said, no problem. We will reschedule and notify all the attorneys. Handled. I didn't even know I could handle those considerations until I was committed. Are you committed or are you interested? If you're interested, own it. If you're committed, handle the considerations and let's move forward with those beautiful, amazing plans and dreams that you have. Are you in? How committed are you to your personal development? And do you think I can help you with that? Because I think I can help you with that. If you are committed, I'm going to buy this book for you. I will pay for this book for you. You pay for the shipping, I'll pay for the book. How does that sound? Sound like a good deal? Go to the URL on the screen right now, drpauljenkins.com/free book, and I'll put this in your hands. Are you committed?